Christmas is tomorrow, and it's time to
wear stupid hats.
gift our audience the politician of the year in 2023. Don, you predicted it was going to be the winner, Zelensky in Ukraine. That was the overall politician that you predicted in 2023. What say you?
Well, certainly Zelensky's still effective, but I thought Ukraine would have won the war by the end of this year, and unfortunately that is not the case, and it's going to go on longer. So now, I really think in terms of politician of the year, we don't have any. And
Zero.
We struggle. Susan and I talked about this.
Did.
So I had to jump across the pond. King Charles III. We talk about how low approval ratings are for Trump and for Biden, but this is a man who, as he became king, raised his stature in his country by over 35 points, replacing his mother, a very, very popular monarch. He has done more to reform the monarchy. He has been active in environmental causes in a way that's unique, much like, say, the Pope is on other related topics, and I'm impressed with what he's done. I used to be one of the people like, we need to get rid of the monarchy, and what's this guy doing? I'm kind of impressed in how he's leading.
Susan, you predicted the winner would be Donald Trump. What say you?
Well, and he certainly has been. He was my winner for this year. But in our vein of no politicians this year, I got to give the shout out to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Right?
Not a bad pick.
She's a billionaire. She's nominated for a Golden Globe Award. She's got a great-looking boyfriend. What can you say? She's the Time Person of the Year.
Who is your loser of the year? You predicted it would also be Donald Trump last year.
I would have to give it back to him again this year. Winner, loser, it depends on your perspective.
Don, your loser of 2023 prediction-wise was going to be Vladimir Putin.
I still can stand by that. I think he's losing more and more support amongst his people and certainly worldwide support, becoming much more isolationist. He's had to reach out to China and North Korea even to resupply his military. But it's so hard. Like we just said earlier, there are so many losers, but I may stick with the team, the tag team opponents in wrestling, Burchett and McCarthy.
Let's throw in
both
Rudy
of them.
Giuliani.
And Rudy Giuliani.
He could be the ref.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Your
Sweaty
issue of the year was going to be the competence of Joe Biden. You predicted that.
And there still is some question about that, particularly raised on the right. Those the folks that know him on the left.
You've admitted it?
No, I said those on the right. It's still an issue. But
what's your issue of this year?
No question. I go back to abortion.
Okay.
Again, it's colored so many different things and affected so many things politically and in personal rights that it has to be the issue of the year.
Susan, your prediction would be the candidates for 2024. That was going to be your prediction of the issue of 2023.
Well, and there have been a lot of them on my side of the aisle. They're dwindled down now to 3, I guess, maybe 4. But my issue for the year nationally has to be these proxy wars. We're involved in wars in foreign lands. Don Googled and said we're actually involved in 7 wars.
Well, we're not involved in 7 wars. There are currently 7 wars going on worldwide where in 2023 more than 100,000 people died from that warfare.
Forgetting Africa, right.
And Africa's got 3 or 4 of those going on right now.
Yeah.
And so this is I agree with Susan. This is a difficult time. She calls them proxy wars. They are not all proxy wars. In fact, none of them started out as proxy wars for us, but unfortunately we are looked to in the world, and we are now involved in several of those.
A lot of taxpayer dollars going there.
All right, for Rudolph, Donner, and Blitzen, I'm John Becker signing off.
I'm just a tree.
A very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We hope to see you next
Merry
week
Christmas.
where we will hear the predictions from this group about what's to come in 2024. John, are you hopeful?
No. 23, I'm going to look back and say that was a great year compared to 24.
We just call him the media Eeyore.
He has 0 water in that
Watch
glass.
next